pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Check 9, check 9. Check 13. Check 13.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They go play action now. Jackson escaping the pressure right. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. 22 yards there, a first down. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give right side. It's Mills looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Aaron Lynch, the former USF Bull.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over.
Set 90 Wolf. Tackles. 80 weapons.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Come on, D.
From the gun, Herbert. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's got Daly. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. D.D. Westbrook. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we can turn it all loose.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chandler Jones, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Let's go now. Pittsburgh. Get that quarterback. Hit him. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch twins. Watch twins. Check three, check three. Yo, twins.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 12 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Down. 70, Indy.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. And he completes it to Westbrook.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third.
Delta.
Mike 29.
Go.
Operating from the gun. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
On second down now, it's Lindsey, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go.
Here's Jackson to throw. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Quick edge. Here we go. Check nickel.
Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Philip Lindsey with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's put that piece smooth. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Who that? Who that?
From the gun, Herbert. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
At the 43-yard line.
On the ready. 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Watch the flood. Motion. Flood. Hey, alert 3. Alert 3. Out. Shit.
On first down, Mills. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Game situation. Let's go.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. To throw on second down, Herbert. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 9 now. The open man is Westbrook. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Back to throw. Herbert. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. No yardage to be found.
Down. 60 Pittsburgh. I don't even know why this team showed up. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Chopper!
Back to throw. Herbert. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Hey, Charlie.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Strip that ball. Hatch it. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam, let go. Slam.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 1st down, Mills. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Undercrunch. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mills. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Here we go.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down. Hey, exit. 29 is Mike. Big grip.
From the gun, Herbert. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hey, team 6. Get it.
On 4th down, Herbert. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, fellas.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, You have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Ready?
On third down, Herbert. This complete to Jones. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So a field goal gets you back within a score, but they're going to go for the bigger chunk here. Kicking team on the sidelines. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Check Mike 21. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll run on first down. Mills. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mills. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Mills. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shot.